There is one thing a woman will never, and I mean never, share with a man unless she is completely, hopelessly, irreversibly in love with him. And no, it is not her phone password. It is something so intimate, so raw, that most men do not even recognize it when it happens. In fact, a 2023 study from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that 78% of men completely miss the moment a woman emotionally commits to them. 78%. That means right now there might be a woman in your life who has already handed you the keys to her heart, and you are standing there fumbling around looking for the lock. Stay with me on this one, because what I am about to tell you could change everything. And that last sign, the one I will reveal at the very end, that is the one that separates a woman who likes you from a woman who would go to war for you. Here is something most people will not tell you. Women do not fall in love the way men think we do. Men often believe love starts with some dramatic confession, some movie moment where she runs through the rain and says those 3 magic words. That is adorable and completely wrong. The truth is, when a woman falls in love, she does not announce it. She leaks it. She shares it in tiny, almost invisible ways that most men walk right past without a second thought. And here is why this matters to you more than you realize. If you miss these moments, if you fail to recognize what she is actually giving you, she will eventually stop giving it. Not because she stopped loving you, but because she decided you were not paying attention. And a woman who feels unseen will quietly close the door so gently you will not even hear it shut. You will just wake up one day and wonder what happened. So right now, I am going to walk you through the exact things a woman shares only when she is genuinely, deeply, 100% in love. Some of these will surprise you. Some of them will make you rethink every relationship you have ever been in. And one of them, the final one, is going to hit you so hard you might need to pause this video and text someone. But before I get to that, let me start with the one that catches most men completely off guard. Her childhood wounds. When a woman starts telling you about her childhood, and I do not mean the cute story about her first bicycle or the time she won a spelling bee, I mean the real stuff, the messy stuff. The story about her parents fighting every night, the time she felt abandoned, the reason she flinches when someone raises their voice. When she starts sharing that, pay very close attention, because she is not making small talk. She is handing you a piece of her soul, wrapped in a sentence she has probably rehearsed 100 times in her head before saying it out loud. According to Dr. Sue Johnson, a clinical psychologist and the creator of emotionally focused therapy, emotional vulnerability is the single greatest indicator of attachment bonding between partners. In simpler terms, a woman does not show you her wounds unless she trusts you enough to not make them worse. She has probably been burned before. She has probably shared something personal with the wrong person and watched them use it against her. So if she is opening up about the parts of her story she usually keeps locked away, she is not being dramatic. She is being brave. And she is being brave because she loves you enough to risk it. Now, what most men do wrong here is try to fix it. They hear her pain and immediately go into solution mode. Well, have you tried therapy? That was a long time ago though, right? Stop. She does not need a mechanic. She needs a witness. She needs someone to sit with her in it, not rush her out of it. But that is only the beginning, because the next thing she shares is one that makes even the most confident women feel completely exposed. Her insecurities about her body. This one might shock you. We live in a world where women are constantly performing confidence. Social media filters, perfect angles, the whole production. So when a woman turns to you without makeup, in sweatpants, under terrible lighting, and says something like, "I hate my arms," or "I feel so bloated today," or "I do not feel pretty right now," that is not fishing for compliments. That is a level of trust that took her enormous courage to reach. A study from the International Journal of Eating Disorders found that over 91% of women report dissatisfaction with their bodies. 91%. That is nearly every woman you have ever met walking around with a private war happening inside her head about the way she looks. When she shares that with you, she is showing you the version of herself that she hides from Instagram, from coworkers, from the world. She is essentially saying, I trust you to still look at me the same way after I show you what I am most afraid of. That is not a small thing. That is everything. Next comes something most men do not even recognize as a sign of love: her silence. Sometimes the most powerful thing a woman shares with you is nothing at all. There is a concept in psychology called comfortable silence. Researchers have found that it takes only a few seconds of silence in conversation before people start to feel anxious. So the fact that a woman can sit next to you in complete silence, no phone, no distractions, no need to fill the air with words, and feel completely at peace, that is one of the purest forms of emotional intimacy that exists. Her silence is not awkward, it is sacred. She is not bored, she is settled. Another powerful sign is her future with you in it. When a woman casually says things like, we should go there next summer, or when we have a house one day, or even something small like, you would love my cousin's wedding in October, she just placed you inside her future. Women do not do that accidentally. When she talks about trips you have not taken or milestones you have not reached yet, she is building a mental picture of life with you in it. Then there is her past relationship pain. When she tells you how her ex treated her, about the betrayal, about the nights she cried herself to sleep, she is not doing it to complain. She is doing it because she is terrified it could happen again, and she loves you enough to give you the map of where she has been hurt so you can avoid those same roads. Next is something lighter but incredibly revealing: her embarrassing habits and guilty pleasures. When she admits she watches a terrible reality show repeatedly, talks to her cat in a baby voice, or eats cereal for dinner at midnight while standing over the sink, she is letting you see the completely unfiltered version of herself, the version she does not perform for the world. That is a privilege she does not give to just anyone. Then comes something many couples avoid discussing: her financial reality. Money is one of the last taboos in relationships. Many people hide their debts, their income, or their financial stress, even from their partners. So when a woman tells you the truth about her finances, whether she is struggling, carrying debt, or even doing extremely well and afraid it will change how men treat her, she is trusting you with the practical, unglamorous truth of her life. And finally, the most powerful sign of all: her fear of losing you. When a woman says something like, sometimes I'm scared this is too good to be true, or I'm afraid you might leave, or she simply holds on to you a little tighter after a disagreement, that is a woman in love. Admitting that fear requires enormous vulnerability. It means she has lowered her guard completely and trusted you with her heart. When a woman shares her childhood wounds, her insecurities, her silence, her future plans with you in them, her past heartbreak, her weird habits, her financial truth, and her fear of losing you, that is not casual interest. That is a woman who has chosen you deliberately and completely. And the question is not whether she is communicating how she feels. The question is whether you are listening.